Hey guys, welcome back to another Diablo video. Been mucking around with this Barbarian HotA build, using the Immortal Kings, doing the Hammer of the Ancients. So I've managed to muck about with the build from what I last uploaded, and just by changing a few things around and adding a few bits of equipment, it's actually a really potent build. I've just been through a GR85 with it was about 6 minutes left, just over 6 minutes left, so it's pretty good build. So what I've done is I've put an ancient two-hander in purely because it's the best thing I've got in my stash at the moment. And I've also changed the rings out and the ring set. So what I've got is a pretty basic Hellfire, but that gives me the Rampage passive. I've got Convention of Elements on there. And I've also got a Stone of Jordan, which I picked up with a monk. So it's, but it's got the cold damage and the 30% damage to elites, because I'm using the cold rune at the moment. If I'd one with fire damage on there and fire damage on the braces, I'd probably change the Hammer of the Ancients over back to Smash, because that does more damage. But at this moment in time, it's an elite hunting build, because it doesn't do a lot of damage to an area, so it's only a very small area of effect. Not like certain things like, Wave of Light and whatever, they do a massive area of damage. So what you want to be doing is getting around as quick as you can, hunting down elites and taking down elites as quick as possible. So with Stone of Jordan, I've also got the Bane Powerful, so that's another 15% damage. So you can see there that it's really tanking it up. So you got a lot of damage against elites. Now if I had a decent furnace, obviously I would put the furnace on there, because then you would just absolutely pulverize every elite in there. But unfortunately the only one I've got is intelligence, and vitality's already rolled on it, so it's not great. But there's also a lot of other good two-handers you can use whilst you're getting the build perfected. You've got Maximus, which gives you fire damage, so you could use that one. You've got Shaver's Hammer giving you a lot of lightning damage. So again, if you had decent rolls, you could use them. And you've also got Wrath of the Bone King. 28% more cold damage, so that would be a constant 28% damage. That would be a really good one as well. So as you can see, the gear I've got is still all very basic, non-ancient. So it's relatively not a tanky build at the moment, and I'm also lacking, quite a bit more damage from the strength. Strength at the moment is only 12.8, but obviously that goes up with the Rampage passive. So the skills, Call of the Ancients, I use the one for the damage mitigation, and together as one. As I said, on Hammer of the Ancients, I'm using the cold one at the moment, purely because my gear is cold rolled. It's also very good with the gloves in the cube, if you want to put them in there, the frost burns. Leap, because 150% armor damage, extra armor for 4 seconds is absolutely phenomenal tankiness. It really does help. With Warcry at the moment, I've got the healing. I'm thinking at a higher level, it would be quite good to have the increased dodge chance, because 30% dodge chance as well is pretty good. It would actually go well with this weapon, having 20% chance to block. With the Battle Rage, Ferocity is a really good one to go with, because you could get the extra 5% damage from that, from 10 to 15. You get the healing from that, and you could also get Bloodshed, but for the fact that you get 15% speed, and you're just running through the rift as quick as possible to hunt down the elites, this works really well. And Wrath of the Berserker, obviously we want to go with 50% increased damage, because that just blows the damage right up. Passive wise, the Ruthless, lower the health, gets 40% extra damage, which is absolutely amazing. Nerves of Steel, obviously Nerves of Steel, because I've gone for that. When we start pushing rifts, we can die a little bit easier, getting caught, frozen, walled in, stuff like that. But that's generally why I use Leap instead of you've got the choice of 3 different ones. Oh, hang on, looking at the wrong thing. Where am I going? Bandamite, sorry, with you got Furious Charge, Ground Stomp or Leap can all give you the damage reduction, but Furious Charge, if you walled in, it's no good, and it generally doesn't work too well when there's a lot of enemies around. Ground Stomp's good because obviously you can just put things on the spot, you know, just stun things on the spot, which is okay. But Leap gets you out of trouble, and it also gives you that 100%, 150% armor, so it's a really, really good one to use, Leap. At the moment I've got Tough as Nails on there for the increased armor, again for the armor buff. And Berserker Rage when you're near maximum fury, which you are at all times really with this build, and you want to be, then you're going to get another 25% damage. Obviously we've got the Gavel of Judgment for a huge whopping boost in damage. The Aquila Cuirass, if you haven't got the Aquila Cuirass in a cube, you could just go with the Unity. Possibly take out the Unity, put in the Unity for the Stone of Jordan if you haven't got a decent Stone of Jordan. Ours is good enough really. You've also got an Oculus. The problem with the Oculus is very kind of area management. If you can't get into it and the enemies aren't standing near it, then you don't get the damage boost. But if you are standing in an Oculus and the enemy's next to you, it's a huge damage boost, and it really is good. So yeah, that's what we've got with the Aquila Cuirass, just purely because when you are hitting with a hammer, generally you're always generating fury, and you can see there that it's just always up. So what you're going to be doing is leaping around, and you can see there with the extra speed boost you're actually getting around really quick. You just want to be keeping hammering all the time, keeping that fury up. So what we'll do is go into a GR85 rift. Oh yeah, I just want to show you the Paragon now off season. It's gone up to 1,600, so that's pretty decent. And the follower, I got Freeze of Deflection on there, Wang Jiangdo, which is pretty damn good. You got S of Johan, Oculus, always going to have an Oculus around. I was using a Unity. So let's get that fury up. So it would never a good thing at the start when you get battered at the start, is it? Now this has probably worked better on the PC, because unfortunately on the PS4 you've got to build up this stupid Nephilim glory, which doesn't really help, does it? Alright, so there's our first elite pack. As I said, if you can get into the Oculus, do, but it's not always possible, so it's...
not ready yet.
This is really shit one already, look at this. Doesn't really work well with ground effects. As you see, you're always getting blocked in.
Still recharging.
That was a really shit start. Some of the enemies just really block you in using loads of ground effects, and it doesn't work. But when you get decent elites and blues, then yeah, it's... But the good thing with having convention of elements in this is when it rolls and you're stood in the Oculus ring, you can be hitting for 1 trillion. So it's incredibly powerful when situations arise and it works in your favour. So it's just like fishing in any rift. When things go right, it does an absolute phenomenal amount of damage. Even with this build at the moment, it could be way higher. So let's see if we can get some leaps. The only thing is you do get blocked in. It really is a pain in the ass, but there's not a lot you can do. That's why I use leap, just to get out of there.
should smile on me. I've been healed.
You can see there I was hitting nearly 1 trillion then, just when the convention rolls. And there we go, bye bye elite. When it hits, it really does hit. Make up a little bit of
Need
time
more
there.
time.
Ah, nice. So you can see there you got a wall. If you're using Furious Charge, you just can't get through the wall, but with Leap, just allows you just to leap around a bit. Ah, shielded blue. Convention. Oh. Oh. Oh, they're all illusionists. Why are they always illusionists? I'm gonna die here.
You winked against my blows. Not ready yet.
You're right, you can see the fucking thing, wouldn't it? Man, what a pain. Oh, chains. Here we go, so you can actually see it's working a little bit better. Just starting to make up a little bit more time now. So you can see with ancient gear augmented, you could add a lot more strength to the build. So you'd be a lot more tanky, and you'd be doing a lot more damage as well. So I think GR100 should be quite easy if you push it well enough.
Still recharging. How tastes your fear?
There we go, 1.2 trillion then. Not bad for a build like this. Not to be underestimated the damage it can do. As I said, if you go through certain rifts where everything just goes your way, you're doing it a lot more quicker than what I'm doing now. Well, let's try and make some ground up. It's not a particularly good run, this. It all depends on the maps, doesn't it? You get some maps where there's a good density of elites and stuff, and there's good density here. There's not enough elites going on.
I will not be denied. I am badly hurt.
Gotta remember to keep jumping as well. I always forget. Get really lazy. That was decent density. It's always worth doing it. If there's enough density around, then yeah, do
Need more time.
stick around and kill them.
Still recharging.
Oh no, I'm going to be getting knocked around all over the place with this lot.
Not ready yet.
Oh, so here's another elite pack. He looks like a nasty dude.
I will not be denied.
Maybe he's not illusionist. Look, another illusionist. All illusionists in this frigging game. It's unreal, isn't it?
Die.
Boom! Smashed him down pretty quick. So it might not be meta and it might not challenge the leaderboards, but it's actually a pretty good build. It would work well with somebody who had the braces on, so whenever you come up to a pylon you get the elites from the pylon. You could just stand there waiting. Oh, look at that, a power pylon. That's nice. Is that an elite down there as well? Look at that, there's an elite there as well. Oh, lovely.
Need more time.
The Rift Guardian is here.
That was pretty handy, wasn't it?
I need aid. Not ready yet.
Get off.
Never. You have tried.
Oh my god. Really?
I'm carrying too much.
Die right at the end of the rift, not even buy anything. Oh, that's crazy. So there we go. I mean, that was actually a really slow one, but you could see the
My name is
at
Not
certain
enough
points
fury.
when it works, then it's actually a really good build. So it's going to be fun pushing it in season 15 to see exactly where we can get to.
My pack is full.
I mean, the gems I've got on here at the moment is the Bane of the Trapped, obviously, Bane of the Stricken, and Bane of the Powerful. So it's pretty much the three most used gems, and they're all very good for this build. So, so there you have it. It's a pretty good build, and it's worth running. It's definitely worth a shot. So, anyways, I'll see you guys again soon. Cheers. Bye.